Hello there and very welcome indeed to rF2. And if I go in game in a moment here, I just need to make sure everything's actually working fine. And I can't do that because I need to access the stream technically on my iPad. Because I'm a professional, me, and it's not showing up there. For reasons I don't quite understand. If we go to my channel, there we go, there it is. Oh, no, adverts, shut up. Why am I getting an unskippable ad? I shouldn't be getting any ads. Well, I should be getting skippable ads. Not unskippable, so that doesn't work. That's great. Anyway, let me just see here. Yeah, I think that's broadly fine. We'll get cracking in a moment. Set you down over here, and yeah, we've got everything loaded up here. Got a few of the old AIs out running with us. You should see the overlay here, but I don't actually know if it's working. I'll find out in a second when we roll off here. But yeah, we're doing some practice here for the Isle of Man. Not the TT, but well, it is technically a TT. So off we go here. I mean the old Mercedes 300SL. And I'm very concerned that the game just crashed. So I'm going to quickly investigate that. No, it's back now. I've just taken my gloves off. So we're coming down here to the start line.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
I'm running a bit of a short gearing here. I think I know what the issue is. The issue is it runs very far when I'm not streaming with this number of AI around this place. But I suspect it may be having some issues with it now. So we're going to try and give it a jolly good go. Go around the island. And if it proves to be... Oh, it's gone. Yep. Now, I do need to say one thing before we get fully stuck in here. I've been doing practice for the next round of the SRM, the Sim Rally Masters. So I'm going to probably drive this a bit like a rally car to start out with. Now the old Mercedes here, this is not a rally car. It doesn't like being manhandled the way the rally car does. I happen to really like manhandling cars. I find it really fun. So we've got to work on that here right out of the gates, not thrash it too much. I also believe that we will be damaging the engine whenever we go above 6,000 RPM. So, yeah, I mean, it's an old car, 1954, so we can't expect too much. Yep, that's a good line through there. And I've sort of managed a, I think the fastest is a 22, 25, 26, something of that nature, and that is very slow. Oh wow, okay, yep, we're doing that now, lovely. I wanted to see that part of the Isle of Man. So yeah, that lap time, the 22, 25, like probably at least a minute of improvements in that. Uh-oh. Accident sector 1. So somebody's had a moment. No idea who. Doesn't matter anyway. We are spread out evenly here, which is... Well, these gaps probably don't represent the true gaps that we will find in the actual event if we happen to qualify for it, of course. Well, trust that all came up a bit close, didn't it? Such a crucial corner there. I didn't hit nothing, mate. Don't know what he's on about. But yeah, the actual race, if you can call it that, will be a time trial when it runs in a couple of weeks' time. So we're going to be spread out with even gaps and all that, but I'm more concerned right now about actually qualifying for this. This is big ball time, and I don't have any of those right now. Oh, Christ alive. Yep. No, it's not. It's yellow. It's yellow.
Suspension's completely knackered. There's nothing we can do there.
I'm more concerned about where my face is in relation to the rest of my body there. Let's try that again. I have tweaked my roll bars here, so like an IndyCar driver. You know, I'm remembering my tools, getting that set up here. So it might handle a bit different to what I'm expecting, but we're coming out behind a Gordini. He says quizzingly.
There's traffic behind. Take care.
Roger. We just need to try and get a decent run in here. Like, I didn't even feel like I was pushing too hard there. It just sort of went. Because I'm a ham-fisted idiot. Come on, Gordini. Tally-ho. Oh Christ, we got it. I've rallied it. Yep, see again. Again, there's the issue. I'm driving it as if, yes. I mean,
Yellow flag.
why can't I reset? There we go, now we could reset. I think somebody managed to hit me in the side though. That's less good. But I've got to remember not to drive it like a rally car. And then we will be good. Because again, rough steering in, but throwing it around, what's great for rallying, doesn't work so well in a 1950s sports car that really you've got to be easy on the inputs for. So we'll go out here again, try and remember that, and not just throw it about. Also, I'm running quite a short gearing here, because it's faster really. Could at least tell me in which one of the 3 sectors. Not that it matters, because each sector is like 30 kilometers or something like that. But just be very careful here, because this one is very tricky. Downhill braking and a car with drum brakes all round, not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. Yeah, we've got to watch the oil and the water temperature. Brakes, they get too hot, but what can we do about that really? Nothing. We just need to be sensible around here. Because the actual event, if I manage to qualify, will be like 6 laps. So that's going to be exciting. Oh! Yeah, I've now actually got roll bars attached here, and it definitely feels a bit stiffer and less likely or inclined to roll, which makes sense given that we've attached the roll bars. So, not sure that was a good exit really, but we'll carry on. Also, I don't think we can do more than 1 lap on a tank of fuel, but I'll keep you posted on that, because I can see that we've only got 153 litres remaining out of 160. So if we get below 80 before we reach the finish line, we know we can't do 2 laps. It's very, very convenient, that. But here we are. Let's just brake. See, this time we didn't die, and our face stayed on our body, which is preferable when you've got a face. But yeah, the old girl, the Big Girl Merc, will be doing a decent job on these stretches down here, because she doesn't like cornering, but she likes going down straight lines very quickly. Already you can see I'm massively off with that massive lift and brake, because that should be about 150 there. So we should carry on, and this one here can really catch me out a lot of the time. So we're going to just lift a bit early, shift down to 3rd, get the brake down. Go through here, and just be extra conservative here. Yep. Oh dear, yeah, it's definitely firmer. Copy. Which I'm not sure attaching the roll bars is actually I'm going to make a prophecy here. I don't think attaching the road bars is a good idea.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
Yes, I know I am the yellow flag.
Suspension's completely knackered.
And
There's nothing we can do there.
I'm spread out now across like most of the Isle of Man. So we need to quickly go in here. Do a quick bit that's under suspension. And we just detach you. It's going to be a bit rolly now. It's going to handle like an American car from the 70s, but that's okay too. Nice and wobbly, but you know it'll actually be drivable. So we'll try and get out here now and sort this out, see what we can do. There's no point really hiding the setups in these cars because there's about
All clear, stay behind.
5 changes you can make, and a lot of that is just down to pure preference? Yeah, preference is definitely the right word. Preparation is not a real word at all. There we go, big roly girl. That's my girl. Ah, nearly lost it there, but ignore that. Brake. Stop. Please stop. Slow down. Yeah, that's approaching decent.
Yellow flag.
Copy. Thank you. We're talking about 75 something kilometres, I think, so not the most helpful information there. Or is it just 50 kilometres this? I've forgotten how long it is. Is it 35 miles? It's basically a half the Targa Florio.
Yellow flag, sector 2.
Ooh, I've forgotten how long it is. Doesn't matter anyway.
Green flag, sector 1.
Christ alive. Yep. Just luckily rubbed it there. Now we're sliding. That's no good.
Sector 2 is green.
As I see it, tracking straight. It's all good. It's all good. No dramas, pal. So we're just trying now and get this sector completed. I mean, first of all, we really want to get down to the forest, which can be tricky enough on its own. But oh, do we have the balls? Do we have the courage, the guts? I'm gonna lift. I lifted there, but I think it went through faster than the last time. But that can, in a pinch, be taken flat out if you've got the experience and just grab your balls and hope you don't crash, really. And that's difficult for me because I'm sitting in the bucket seat with my legs put quite close together by it. So there's not really any easy access down there. But we'll get over the yump. Now we approach the first real point of death. I think we've crashed there already today, so that's good. Slow it down, please. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Thank you. Oh my god, that's a big death. And I've got suspension parts dancing in the streets.
Suspension's completely knackered. There's
Yeah,
nothing we
yeah,
can do there.
yeah. I am aware I can see suspension parts lying down the roadway. Now what went wrong there was I cut too much. It's a typical rally problem. I cut too hard. So again, I half expected it to go wrong a bit here at start, because again, done rallying recently, so gotta get out of the throwing it about like that,
All clear on pit exit.
and getting all smooth like. But how far into it? We're 15-ish minutes in. There's still some time before they'll pop out when the AI's done a full lap. So you might be able in a pinch to get through here flat out as well, but I just feel the need to be on the brakes that early, and then we go over that jump, it'll lock slightly, and then we slow down. That's good. Let's try and focus now on this run. Whee! Too much rallying again with the sliding, but it's fun. Oh my word, that's understeer. We definitely hit the fence, but she's tracking okay. I'm not feeling anything wrong. Cracking on. It just feels good when you feel like you're on it. And again, what for me feels like a good corner and a good section, a good lap really. It is not good for most others because I'm pretty poor. But I'm trying my hardest for the event. Oh no. Okay, flat out this time. Don't lift. Don't lift. Don't lift. Don't lift. Motherfucker! I didn't lift.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
I didn't lift there. Yeah, you don't say, mate. But I didn't lift. And that's supposed to be a good thing. Most sensible people will go through slowly at first, getting felt out. No, I'll just go flat out, try it out, mate. YOLO.
Rocket exit's clear. Sector 1 is clear. Into Sector 2, yellow flag.
Oh, Sector 2, somebody's in Sector 2 still. Well, we are quite far into the session.
Green flag in Sector 2.
The Sector 2 is from that first city that you hit to after Ramsey. Oh, we halt. Slow, 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 slow. Not good, but we got around the corner. That's all that matters now. Power sliding my 300SL. It's like I'm Sir Sterling Moss, just without the dislike of women. Come on, girl. Come on. This time we lift a bit. Not a lot, just a bit. Now this thing only has 4 gears, and we are in 4th now. So you're not too bothered about your gear stick, really. Once you're in 4th, you kind of just leave it be. Lift. See, very slow through there, but we'll make it work. Better than crashing and losing my face again. Keep telling myself that. And this one here is pretty, as we've already seen, pretty full on. Because being just a bit wide there, you'll hit that pole. And that'll ruin your whole day. Like, you're gonna be on fire. And like you don't have seatbelts, so you're probably being thrown out of the car whilst on fire. It's just a bad time all round, really. So we'll try not do that. And to avoid that happening here, we'll break them. Oh, stepping out of me. Now we know that we can hit that wall there on the inside. We're not going to go as close to it, because that didn't go well the last time. We're through here. Oh, there's my tyre probably. And through this one here, which is weird and hot. How's the steering? I think we got a bit of a wobble. There's a bit of noise in my steering wheel. But other than that, we're good. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, that's a definite fatality. Oh well. They wanted us to carry on, so we must. That's going well so far. That's flat out and you know it. Now this is where the true, oh, not good part starts. We want to be slow through here. We want to be slow. Now the game is telling me that I can't do 2 laps on this tank of fuel, so I will. We'll just listen. This is probably the worst part of the lap, really. I have a map on screen. Why am I not using it? We're still tracking straight though, I think. That's good. You use the map, man. You've got it. Is this? No, it gets twisty and then we come down to the... That's a twisty, tricky one down here.
22:36.7.
2 minor moments on this lap. It's good so far. I'll take that as a positive. Then we have a fairly easy section here, pass through these farms, old farmsteads, and then a couple that's still a farm, I believe. Certainly looks like it's still a farm, like this one over here on our right. Certainly looks to be active still. We got this one, and then I think it's after the next one here, or is it this one that we brake for? I'm gonna just. Yeah, we don't brake for that one, but we brake for this one, down to 3rd. Keep it over here, and then we just slow it down a bit more, just again, to build up that confidence here on a run. Already had 2 moments, we've got to get through this one. Oh, this is bad. Yeah. See, what I'm going to do very quickly is vastly reduce the number of AI, because there is a bit of micro stuttering every now and then.
Can't fix that suspension, mate. That's your day over.
And I have a suspicion that might be a problem for us, because like even now I'm trying to press escape, so we probably, I mean, what we can do something else. Session controls, yep. Give me that. Drivers in session. remember to pick down from the list as well, so we're not just booting a bunch of top class people. So we want us to wrap them all out down here, see, just take as many out as we can. We're down to 25. I suspect if we go down to 20-ish, it'll be good. Try that anyway. Let's do Rob here as the final one. And we'll have some friends now to follow. That's be good. Be good for the old confidants. Is that the button for turning on the engine? Come on, engine. Come on, engine.
The car ahead has just done a 25:02.4.
Engine, please. Can we? No, I don't want to put headlights on. I want to turn the bloody engine on.
New fastest lap for Russo, 22:16.7.
I'll just jump out and jump back in again. That seems to be significantly easier, really. Come on, there we go. There we go. Don't know why the engine wasn't powering on there before, but now it is. Warm these tyres up a bit.
There's a car behind. Stay inside the line. Sector 1 is clear.
On your right, clear right.
Oh, this is going to be painful. Because you're going to touch your brakes there. And
On your left, clear left.
I mean, yeah. Now, a sane person
No flag in sector 1.
may suggest, and probably a good idea really, to not have the AI here because they're not really contributing much to the experience. So that's probably what we're just going to do, just do a new thing here very quick. Should be quick now that I've actually loaded it up once. So, come on, rF2. You can do it, I believe in you. It is somewhat impressive that rF2 is, shall we say, less optimized and experienced than other sims. Don't know if that is technically correct to say it that way, but that's what I'm saying anyway, because it feels like it basically. I mean, if you compare it with Automobilista 2, I mean, admittedly that doesn't have mod support, but it does feel like it is quite resource intensive because I can do a whole load of things in Automobilista 2. I mean, admittedly, iRacing doesn't have AI really as its main centerfold, but also like RBR, that works fine too. But it just seems that this particular game is just a bit lacking in the optimization. Oh, it's 60.7. So if we split 60 by 3, that's about 20k. So each sector really would be about 20 kilometers, which is quite a lot. I mean, that is a Nordschleife per sector, if we put it in that way. Not a Nordschleife plus Grand Prix track, just the actual Nordschleife in each sector, which is a lot, really. So you can't really fault it for being quite slow, even though it is a relatively low quality track. And I say that in inverted commas, in that it's using Grand Prix Legends technology by far most of it. Because obviously it was originally developed for GP Legends and then converted over to rF2 by a small group, or one person or small group, I don't remember. But it certainly is lovely that they did so, because it's a bloody banging track. And I annoyingly can't actually see how far in we've loaded, because I've got a SimHub dash overlay in front of it. So according to the stream though, we're at 40%. But I think we've loaded a lot more now as we have the whole track map loaded up here. But I hope you're all doing well, everything is fine. It's certainly starting to become autumn, like I can turn around and it's already feeling like the sun has gotten much closer to setting, and I think next week even we will be seeing sunset before 8 PM, which that's the first real sign that we had time started changing around here. And I mean, even now when I'm facing the other way, when I'm sitting behind my desk using my computer in the evenings, I can already see the change with the sun, because my living room's facing west, so I get the setting sun on this side. So yeah, I can basically just see how the sun moves down my flat as we change position on the earth, which is weird that it's like that, but it is. Anyway, we'll go in here, we will load this setup down here, because that's the one we ran, and we should just do this. We're pulling to the right. So this time we should not have as many frame rate issues, for me anyway. Oh. Smooth. Very smooth, that is. Not immersion braking at all. Yeah, this is much smoother. So we shall roll with this. See what we can do. As realistically, I wouldn't even be seeing it during pre-qualifying or the event really, unless people in front of me crash. Realistically, I will be the last car to start if I do qualify, because that was how it went with the pre-season testing event at Rouen, where I just made the cut. Literally the last car in, but somebody has to be, you know. With a lap really where I got the braking wrong into the 90, right there at the end of the lap. I got the braking all wrong, which meant I actually went through that final corner faster than I would otherwise have, which I think is what got me through. And that's like peak me to get through on just getting it wrong basically. Didn't make the cut at Longford. That just wasn't good enough. There's no excuse there. And then I couldn't do Spa because I had commitments. Whoa! Easy go. Easy now. Come on. Don't fight me. Let's try third, not first, because that will pop the engine quite terribly, I would imagine. Because I don't think there's any over-rev protection on these things. I mean, I think quite famously in 1954, which is technically what this mod is no power steering, none of that. I mean, the jacks would only really have started debuting disc brakes. So, yep. Past the cemetery, convenient for when we get that one wrong. There are quite a few churches along the route.
Track temperature's falling. It's now 22 Celsius.
Roger. Oh, easy. Easy. Twice the line. That wasn't slow. No, that was slow. It wasn't particularly efficient in any capacity. I was using all of the track width, but not in a good way. So we'll just try and crack on here and see what we can do now. Brake a bit earlier than last time. Get it turned in there by the bridge. Front wide just touch the curbing. And then here where it can be surprisingly tricky sometimes, just in your mind to get it right, because like there for example, that's very close to you all of a sudden. And you go over this jump, whee! And then you need to brake. Oh, this is... Uh-oh! Uh-oh. Bad times. Well, at least we crashed at a pub.
The suspension's buggered.
I know. I'm trying to press escape here. Thank you. So I got that wrong. I'll gladly admit that. So for the actual event, probably use a longer gearing just to preserve the engine over the 6 laps. I guess a few people have mentioned it's a completely different ball game to do pre-qualifying, because that's just 1 lap pace. Admittedly, you know, 1 lap pace over 3 knots life is different than say at Spa. But nonetheless, it only needs to hold together for that 1 lap. Oh, I love sliding. Rallying is just too much fun. Speaking of rallying, the stage list has been published for the next round, which looks reasonably good. I'm certainly very pleased about it. My pre-event testing has been completely right so far. There are of course a few of those stages that I wouldn't have considered, but overall I'm roughly what I expected. I mean, not just the Czech stages that have been included, but also the German stages and the Benelux to Belgian and Dutch stages. And then I think Vissel's shakedown's on there, which I'm not happy about. That's one of the few that I'm really not pleased about. So that is unpleasant to drive. And Semetin 2010 as well, just not comfortable there at all. I quite enjoy Semetin 2009, but not 2010. Okay, let's focus now. Admittedly, we are at a part where we can actually talk and make this work. Balls. How's the steering? I think it's okay. I think I managed to hit it square on. So that's at least a bit of a positive spin on that. Also, this car's like made of like steel all round. So the bodywork can take a bit of a pounding, at least it should be able to. Downside is the fuel tank is made of papier-mâché. I mean, it's not a big of an issue for me, but it certainly was for the people driving these things. Because I think there's a reason why we don't do like 160 litres of fuel in race cars these days. And I think it's the fact that they're pretty much just a rolling Molotov cocktail at that point. But they did refuel back then whilst smoking cigarettes, pipes, and probably cigars as well. So, yeah. Uh-oh. How did I save that? How did I save that one? Law. Great place to stand. Ooh, bad gear change. Again, I'm far too rough on the steering in this thing. Be gentle. That's the wrong side to pull to. So far so good on this run. I might actually get to one of my favourite points, which is, oh dear, I think we're just going to lift here and then come through. Breakdown. So again, just let the confidence grow, don't stress these old bias plies. I'm still hustling it far too hard. Is that the one I should be taking my brakes at, or is it the next one? We will find out. Yeah, I think it's this one here that's a bit dodgy. At least when you don't have full confidence in your car and yourself. Oh yeah, but here we go. Here we go. Best corner, well, one of them anyway. Oh, I love that one. And then we come to one of the absolute worst parts of the track. Brake early, brake often, and brake too much. This is one that just trips me up. Because you think you're good, and then you approach this one, which I think if you sort of apex later, you can sort of get through in third gear. But obviously I need to work a bit on that. But we made it through sector 1 with a 7:51.253. Not good. Easy. Oh, Jesus Christ, girl. Oh, I need a drink now. I've only got water though. I've even stopped eating chocolate because I'm trying to actually get in shape now. Which is, oh. A life without chocolate, is it really worth living? The answer is no, because chocolate is delicious. But I can say that my arse is getting firmer, so it's helping. There's an unnecessary update from my life. I'm happy to provide them for you. I don't think we need to brake before we reach the dodgy bridge. Although I think that's a lie. I think there's one coming up here in a moment. Well, we are doing 236 kilometers an hour. I'm just going to lift here. Didn't need to. Didn't lose too much time with that. I think we'll brake about here just to be safe, because this is airborne territory. Ich bin die Luftwaffe. Now we definitely want to be easing off here, because the goal is to make a lap complete here. And from this point on, everything just get a bit less comfortable. Christ alive! It's still that driving it like it's a rally car vibe going on there. And she's saying, no boy, you gotta treat me nice. I don't respond to roughness, which is completely fair and understandable. But now it's flat out until we reach Sulby Bridge. Church there again. In case we've died, we can be buried in there. Excellent. First warning here for Sulby Bridge. We want to brake after the village. And I say after the village, I mean the village ends here. Brake here. Stop! In the name of physics, please. Yeah, again, a bit early on the brakes there, but better early than late. Because that's a wall. We're giving them a show. And we must remember, now that we've had the relief of making that corner, we must brake for this one. Oh, top of the evening to you. Because technically we're running this in the evening time. Just makes the lighting look a bit nicer. Ruh-oh. Poor. Now we kind of focus it. Oh, I think I know what's coming up, and I don't think I like it. It's this one here, which is very tricky, because this one will tighten on you a bit. Quite a fair bit. Come in here, and then before you really can get the car sorted out, you get this very tight left-hander. This one is faster than you think. It's got that giant arrow just to help you, or help the motorcycles, presumably, when you come through, to know which road to go down there. But I think we're nearly approaching Ramsey now. Horses, sheep, always good to have them out. We're coming up to that school corner that I'm still not quite sure how to take, and that's, again, we're losing a lot of time here, but that's okay. We're getting comfortable, we're getting familiar. We're just reminding ourselves what the stage is like, getting reacclimatized to the car. But yeah, here we go, coming up to that school left-hander, which I think is a third gear corner. Yeah, it is, and it's faster than that, but we have got the 90 right here in the middle of Ramsey coming up, which we want to slow down to. Now we can get fish and chips, but obviously again, I'm trying to get in shape and I've already had dinner, so we'll bypass that option. And this is where things start to get very tricky. Some of these corners are much tighter than you think. This one coming up here, oh, nearly catches me out every time, because in my mind I'm up at the hairpin. But this thing here, presumably that's a parking lot for like a grave, what are they called? Cemeteries, that's the thing. Cemeteries, because there's graves in them. See, in Danish it's very simple, they're called churchyards. Even if they aren't near a church, it's a churchyard. Because here it seems just traditionally people have always been buried next to the church. Just more convenient, isn't it? Ooh, easy girl, easy, easy, don't fight me. Don't fight me. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I know I'm not treating you nice, but we're kind of here. It's, you know, you've got to make this relationship work, and I'm not treating the car nice, and the car's going, you know, you got to treat me nice. You got to treat me like one of your French ladies, even though it's German. Uh-oh. Ah, smooth. Smooth, innit? Absolutely smooth. This is also a very interesting part here, because some of this is faster than you think. Obviously that's faster if you get the right line through there. The racing lines are for losers. I'm a straight white man. The racing line is what I say it is, because I've never been wrong in my life.
Your tyres are cold, watch out.
Shut up, man. Just in case you're wondering, that is a joke. Because obviously, you know, real life doesn't work like that. Uh-oh. Oh, we've already done sector 2. So that's 7:35, 7:62. No idea what the prospective time is here. But so far so good. One or two small issues, but you can always expect that around this joint. Just going to come through here. Brake there wasn't really any need to it, I realise now. But yeah, we are familiarising ourselves here, so being easy is better. We've still got 109 litres of fuel in the tank, so maybe we can do 2 laps. We will wait and see. That's not good. Don't do that. Black Hood. Is that the Black Hood? 4. That signs at something about 4. 4th gear. We'll go for it. Feels right. Oh, not this one. Oh, real pain. Nice and easy here. That one's caught me out a few times. Then we have a left-hander coming up. I think it's the next corner after this one here. That can also get me very easily. Even though it's being signposted here. Well, there it was anyway. You come through here, and if the car isn't right set up down here, and this is quite tight, so again we're just backing off it very carefully. Yep. Now I think we got a right-hander coming up here. That's also going to catch me out a little bit. Just easing it off here. Easing it off far too much. We could have pulled out to the right there, got to get run through. This is the one down here. Because it has, as you will see here, there'll be a little pathway there. which you sort of instinctively want to go up if you get it wrong. I think it's just my brain going, boom, there's something we can go up anyway, and you can't. You're just having a bad day if you do that. I think this one as well. Or not. That's quite good. I've got you here. Just again, very careful. Tippy-toeing, tippy-toeing, tippy-toe. Because we've gotten this far. I want to be just early on the brakes here for this one. Now we're going to come over here, and I think we're going to come round here. Yeah, and then we're going to see that hotel, whatever it is, restaurant thing there. It's always a major achievement when you get to here. Such a good feeling. I'm going to say it's a restaurant, given that it's called the dining room, but you know, it could also be a place where people can stay, because I'm going to guess it's a lovely view from there. Most of the year, I'm assuming sometimes it's just grey, rainy and foggy. And then we've got one of my worst corners ever coming up, because we're far enough away to where a mistake will really cost you. And this one here is not a third gear corner. It's actually very tight, which is why I'm far too early again on the brakes here. But again, the goal here is to finish this lap. There we go. Gone off there. Roll. I had 3 wheels on my wagons, but I got it over the line anyway. It's just frustrating. I think this one here as well, actually. Oh yeah, you can see that if you barrel down here in fourth, you're going to have a bad time. Then we got a series of nasty corners coming up as well here. We're going to head into this down here where we reach again. Very early on the brakes there, but these hairpins are so tricky, and we got the abyss over there that does want to kill us. So we'll avoid that. And then I think once we come around this one, there'll be another one. Down here, this one is so much tighter than it looks. So we will brake very early. Nope, nope, it's not that one. It's coming up. So you haven't been hit that many times. Oh, it's this one. This is one, yep. Again, big arrow sign over there telling you this is not a good corner for you, my pal. But we got through there. We're not going to be fast, because we've already ticked over 22 minutes. But we are through, and we can do another lap. We have got more fuel in the tank. That's good. There we go. Our lap has been completed at the Isle of Man TT course.
We're running on fumes, mate.
I've got 95 litres. That's a lot of fumes. Got that massively wrong. That's costly. The car obviously will be significantly lighter now. Something to keep in mind when we go through some of these sectors. But yeah, again, the water and oil temperature seems to be far more controlled. You could perhaps be led to believe. By the way, that was a 2:29. That's like a few seconds off my fastest. So again, having acknowledged how much time we're left in that lap, there is a lot of time to be gained around this place. Quest alive. I don't think I can go flat out this time. It's lighter, but it's going to be less stable as a result. But I can see on my gain loss indicator that we are just gaining time because we're accelerating faster with the car being lighter. But yeah, we're definitely going to give it a bit of a lift over the crest here. Then we didn't get back on the throttle at all in the right time there. But again, it's all about confidence, about feeling the car, understanding what the car will do. And I just didn't have it there, so we'll just make this work. So we can see again now we're down to 248, 247. It's about the same as last lap. So again, that's a price we paid back up at the right-hander where I lifted. Okay, we're not going to do 2 laps. What I think happened there
Our suspension
was
your day over.
I wasn't expecting the car to do what it did there, and I went off. What I might want to do is try a different gear ratio here. See if maybe upping it a bit. Okay, hang on, let's just see it. Yep, that'll give us just a bit more on that. So we'll try that real quick and see what that does. We now have a lap time in the books, which I feel good about. I can see my best sector times now. Again, the best lap time is a 22, 29, maybe if we go over here. There we go. We'll leave it at this because I can see useful information for me. Twice alive. She's feisty. I nearly felt we hit that pole. I start sitting like Elvin Evans when I'm driving this. Lean forward. And obviously start to open my mouth like the Soulbuzz does, which isn't a good look. But hey ho, it is what it is. That's why there's no face cam here, because you look like a tit when you do this. Yeah, saved that one. Definitely saved that one. And definitely was something I can be credited for. No idea how I did that. Let's see it. Shall we try once more to go flat out here? I feel like it's doomed to fail. Maybe a slightly less of a lift this time will help. Hey, we lost like just about 10k through there this time rather than 20. That's good. It's very good. We'll obviously see that here in about 20 seconds time when we reach the jump. We're already at 250. Let's see here. Oh no, we're going to drop a bit more. No, we're just at 247. So that was a kilometre faster up that incline, I think. It's good. That's good. I'll take credit for that. It wasn't just pure chance that we got it right. Slow, slow please. Thank you. Turn. This lady's not for turning where she is now. Thatcherism is dead. Oh, feeling the confidence. Could have gone faster. Turn, thank you. She's doing good, the old girl. Hello, having a drink, are we? That's alright at 8 PM. Oh dear. We've seen this before, we know what to expect. We are making it. Excellent. So far we're not tracking to improve, but we have to wait and see. I have been driving a bit ham-fisted here. Whoa, big wobble. Jesus, wet. Okay, can we stop sliding now? It was just a gentle hit. Ah, I've stalled it like a prick. Come on. That's cost us 17 seconds. Damn! Damn, damn, damn. But I think she's steering right, so good. It was doing straight. At least we can use sector 2 and 3 down here as a gauge anyway. I've got a gain loss counter that I can use overall to just see what we're doing here. Sliding. Bad gear change there. That'll cost me a bit. Clawing back a bit of time here. Right, major time being clawed back now actually. We've dropped from being 19 seconds to being 17 right now. Down to 16 now. Seconds behind that is after the spin. down to about 15 there through that series of mistakes. I mean, I'm still like 0.3 up through that section of corners. We across here with an 8:06, 9:69, nice. Just a grace. Evening. Evening. Guten Abend. I must remember that I'm driving a German vehicle. Ignore the Danish flag on the bonnet, of course. Too fast! Christ on a bike! I was too busy being silly to pay attention to what's coming up. So we're tracking 15:31 down compared with last time. Oh yes. Now down to 15:13. Oh, this is not good. Christ. That was a slightly bigger hit that time.
So it's a front locking.
Yep. We are. That's going to set us back even further. Yep. 23 seconds down. Balls on my face. Well, I've only got myself to blame. So 24:40 now. I'll just keep you updated as it progresses here. I think we've got slight steering damage now. Nothing major, I think we can work with it. 24:50 there. Christ. $23.60 down. And now we'll be coming up to Selby Bridge. Again, just early on the brakes there. 23.50. $22.26 down at the moment. Oh, Christ alive. I just crossed the 20-second threshold here. 1950. No, 1788 at the moment. Oh, I mean, we're losing time doing that, but I'm having fun. Uh-oh! See, that's not good. That's very bad because I can see suspension parts over there.
Your suspension's completely.
Generally, they're meant to be on the car. So we will just quickly get ourselves back in here. Thank you. I don't think the gear ratio changes did much for us there, really, if I'm fair. So, can we just... I'll just move this down, see, 260. So let's try and move it down just a nudge here and see what we get. Oh no, that's not what we want to do. Thank you. Back down there. Best size for you, right there. Thank you. Oh, hello. So let's see, we should start to track a bit positive now. But we may lose some of that. We're now ahead by 0.2 of a second. Holy Christ! That's gone bad early. Shouldn't put my keyboard on top of a steering wheel that can wobble. That's a bad idea. See, we're tracking down a little bit now. Now we're 0.2 down. But I'm not going to read too much into that. We're sort of more looking into the seconds around this place. Such a fun part though. Really wakes you up. I mean, we lost like 0.4 of a second doing that, but oh, fun. It'll be the first real test of this gear ratio, how we feel about the car through here. We didn't need a crash there, so I suppose that's good, although that's probably as much on me as it is the gear ratio. We've started to claw back a bit of the tenths of seconds that we dropped. So we will see here though, we may run out of revs coming up here. we'll see. We are now ahead of our first timed lap that we got in. Shit the bed. Definitely feels better through there on these lower gear ratios. It remains to be seen whether or not we can actually sustain that. We may be able to pull harder up the hill here in a moment. But again, we will see. Just because there's be less resistance in the gears as well. It's like riding a bike, isn't it? No, it's worse. We're down to 45. 245 up the hill. Whee! But we're still like 0.5 of a second up though. But here we go. This is a real one. Hold on to your butts, everybody.
Very little fuel left.
Oh. Now, I can't help but notice that I am a little bit on fire now, and ideally I wouldn't want to be on fire. So let's try again. This time, sans fire, shall we say. So we can do it. We can do it. We know we can do it. We just got to get it right. 3, 2,
Very little fuel left. Brake temps look good.
We have 158 litres, my man. I've just realised it doesn't necessarily matter that much now, but if we make the race, we've got to be mindful of what gear ratio we go in, because that'll affect fuel burn. It's a longer gear, will save us. Don't do that. Will save us fuel, but it will cost us lap time. So that's certainly something to factor in. Because it'll be interesting to see now. We had like 90 something, I think, in the tank on the first lap that we did. So again, if we drop below 80, of course, that's kind of the magic number. 80 litres of fuel, because that's half tank. And if we can't finish a lap with a half a tank in the car, then there's not really any point, I think, in going for that gear ratio for the race anyway. That's knackered that. Too busy thinking about gear ratios and fuel consumption and not enough actual driving of motor car. So 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sort of running these gears out far more than I should, but we've got to focus on pre-qualifying, really. That's the aim of the game, because there's no point having prepared for a race if you can't make it, or if you're not in it. Braked early there, massively early in fact. So we'll try again. We know. So first they miss this corner. Coming up. That went okay, I think. We'll know in a moment when we start to climb the hill. Two, 4, 5. What the hell, mate? Yeah, I'm not feeling this gear ratio. And it's not just because I'm upside down and I've been on fire. Just doesn't seem to be doing it. I don't think it's long enough. I think the one we had really was the sweet spot here. Let's go back to that one. Try again. I'm a bit quick there. Hopefully we don't get pinged.
We're running on fumes, mate.
Yeah. We do have 3 laps to serve it, and that, I think it's 3 laps. Yes, 3 laps across the line, which I don't think we're gonna do, you know. Balls. Road to get it's alright, track straight. I'm fine. It's fine, it's good. No! What about now? Still tracking reasonably good. This is not the part that I need to be pushing in. We need to gradually step it up to sector 2, sector 3. Well, we buggered that there, so, I mean, we're not even a second down. Just under a second down. Now we're more than a second down.
Your penalty's completed.
Oh, thank you. That's good. We did the drive-through. We drove through life. Mate St. Peter. And he sent us back down to earth because we're not done yet. Oh, I'm actually starting to feel a bit tight there on my lower back. First time I've had that in this lovely and very comfortable, I might add, racing seat. Because I find it's the best seat I actually have. Is my sim rig here. Very comfortable OMP seat that I've got. Oh. I shouldn't slide it like that, but it's too much fun. Hola. No. Why am I doing that again? That is absolutely pathetic. I've not had an issue with that whole string, and now I suddenly started going off there. Because I'm pushing too hard, too early into that corner, and then we understeer out. I'm an idiot. So far so good on this lap. Only that one slight mistake, which again went on the power too early, understeered off. Guess I'm an idiot. To say, a backache is probably the longest I've sat in it non-stop in quite a while, so that could be it. Yeah, only 247 now, so that's better certainly. But here we go, VKG Nemesis, or VKG Senior Water Police, Police Boat Nemesis. I don't know why you still remember that. I haven't watched Water Rats in about 17 years, I would imagine. Still remember that. VKJ in the Water Police Boat Nemesis. Where they had like one of the reception workers was also the dispatcher, which... Now, I'm just going to say that doesn't seem right to me. Feels like that's ample room there to actually miss important radio transmissions, but what do I know? I'm not a Sydney Harbour Police officer. Like I went in a bit hot there. So we slided it through. We're already 2 seconds up. I'm not talking too much now because I'm actually focusing and having a blast. think we're right at 3 and 3rd here. Plus 4 seconds now. Well, you know, 4 seconds improved. 5 seconds. 6 seconds, better. Easy, girl, easy, girl. There we go. Stable through. Stable through. Give you a 3rd. Brake, keeping 3rd for stability. 7 seconds improved. There you go.
Sector 1 time is good.
Eight seconds now. Easy girl, easy girl, easy. Nine seconds. Is it Solby next? No, I don't think so. .75 now. That's an improvement on 9.8 compared to the last time we went round. Now we're coming up here to Solby. That's the last fully completed stage. That'll cost me a bit. Minus 10.8 now. That's 10.8 faster. Oh, that's bent the steering. Bent the steering something fierce. Yeah, just pushing too hard where I shouldn't be, really. Innit? And now I actually can't see anything because it's getting dark out. Time is a flying, as they say. So, I think the fact that I'm going to have to use my phone to do this will wrap up the old streameroo here. I hope you've enjoyed this bloody bit of a mess, really, is what it has been. But I thank you for joining me here. We may have something on the weekend, but I may also just be busy preparing for the next round of the Sim Rally Masters, which begins next Wednesday. I have recce quite a bit of that, so I need to continue doing that. And I need to continue practicing for the Isle of Man